Good morning, everybody, and welcome to this edition of PIA Now. This edition is sponsored by the folks at RatePro. They've got a work comp rating solution, and if you want to do a demo, just let us know and we'll set you up an appointment with Mr. Paul Hagen, who can help you out and teach you more about that. It's ratepro.net, and that is who is sponsoring this edition. Again, we have the opportunity for you to ask questions. Those will come right into my inbox if I set it up here now. If you ask questions on this, they'll pop right into my inbox and I can ask those of our guest. And there should be a link down at the bottom of the PIA Now page that you can click onto. And with that, I would like to introduce Mr. Keith Fain. He's with Sunbelt Business Advisors. He's been a supporter of PIA and want to introduce him at this point. Good morning, Keith.
Good morning, Greg. How are you?
I am doing great. How are you today?
Everybody's in a good mood in Minnesota today. We're breaking records, right?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are, and that's good. We enjoy it. It's been a long enough winter, so certainly looking to get back outside. And Keith, you've been with Sunbelt Business Advisors for how long now?
Just over a couple of years.
Okay, and I think you were in here when you first started with them and introduced yourself to us. And I guess without making this too much of a commercial for Sunbelt, I guess I'm more about the meat and what we can give, what information we can give agents. But without making this too much of a commercial, if you can take a minute or so to tell us about Sunbelt and yourself.
You bet. I appreciate it. And believe me, we won't make it too much of a commercial. I want to help everybody out best we can. So Sunbelt Business Advisors here in Northeast Minneapolis. We are Minnesota's largest seller of companies across the board. The big thing here is there's 31 other brokers in addition to myself that represent our clients who are selling their businesses. I'm going to get right to the most important question many people ask, and that is, how do we get paid and what do we get paid? Let's just get that on the table right now. We only get paid if we sell your agency, bottom line, and that occurs at the closing table. What are our fees? It's a commission structure based on either 10% of the selling price of the agency or a minimum of $20,000. Now, I'm supposed to go into what you get for your money. I'm not going to do that in today's particular presentation, Greg, so we can focus on everything else, but it's amazing what all goes into it takes to sell your agency. But I'm going to stop there with respect for not making this a massive Sunbelt commercial.
Thank you for that, Keith. Let's get right into it. I mean, you've got a lot of experience with putting deals together, kind of a matchmaker per se, I guess. With the, I was in a meeting yesterday where we talked about the Willis Towers Watson merger and the Amwins Worldwide Facilities merger and these multi-billion-dollar deals. And what does that mean for the rest of the industry here?
Yeah, a great question. And it means that agencies, sellers and owners are in a position of power right now. Quite honestly, it's a seller's market, not only for insurance agencies, but other businesses as well. And then we kind of stop there. So the ones you just described, we would put more in the category of M&A, right? Mergers and acquisitions, much larger transactions than our typical average independent agent. The good news is, again, 30 of our 32 brokers here, and I'm the independent insurance agency expert, focus on what we define as Main Street businesses, and those with revenues of 5 million and below. So I want everybody to kind of take that in. If you're a 1 or 4 person agency, you are exactly what we've been accustomed to working with and selling for in this office over 20 years.
Very good. Well, that's in our wheelhouse. That's our primary member, the small to medium sized agencies, the Main Street agencies. We used to have a slogan that said Main Street, not Wall Street, and that pretty much typifies what the average PIA member is. When you have structured some of the deals within that size frame, I guess, what's the smallest deal you've structured versus what's the largest deal you've structured?
Sure. So, I mean, we've worked transactions from a listing or rather selling price. I've got one right now that's selling for $35,000, quite candidly. Now, We've got others that can be several million. We generally, with our clients and the buyer's permission, can put out press releases on those. We rarely publish the actual selling price, but it's all over the board. And ultimately, it really comes down, buyers are buying cash flow. And insurance agencies are a bit unique, and it's understandable that most people probably watching this now are used to a multiple of commissions. And we understand that, we get that, we embrace that. But ultimately, if a bank's going to be involved or otherwise, the owners and the bankers look at, I appreciate the book, it's all P&C, that's fantastic. What is the cash flow, and can the cash flow cover the debt service? And that's the bottom line to lenders out there, if that makes sense.
Oh, that makes complete sense. That makes complete sense. I do have to ask though, the one that's selling for 35,000, did you charge them the 20?
Yes.
You did? Okay.
Yes. And
All right.
and I won't, again, not a Sunbelt commercial, but we'll do it this way. This isn't a commercial. This is high level. How about this?
Yep.
When anybody's selling their business and an agent selling their agency, we have two rules right out of the gate. Don't tell anybody you're selling, right? We can't put a sign in the yard like you're selling a house. So it needs to say confidential. Second of all, continue to focus on what got you here today. Continue to work with your clients, continue to grow the business. The minute you attempt to do this on your own, the word may get out. Secondly, you're going to start to deviate from what got you where you are. That may impact the revenue, and in turn, as I just alluded to, the cash flow. Plus, if you've got multiple buyers and multiple interested parties, when are you going to have those meetings? How are you going to have those without your staff finding out about it? So that just touches on why all of our clients, once we get to the closing table, end up shaking our hand and thanking us for everything we've done, and they're more than understandable at the fee that we charge.